just do it. I want to make sure you're ready.
Show me the money.
Show you the money. Show you the money. Show me the money. Show me the money!
Good morning, everybody. What's going on? It is another Sunday morning, 10 a.m. I'm Ray Bolds, and I have my good friend, brother-in-law, Mr. Nodder.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing this morning? It's rainy, cold, dreary, but it's a perfect day for some football. It's great football weather.
Perfect day to sit inside and watch some football. I'm sure everybody was spoiled yesterday with that beautiful 82-degree weather. However, this morning my nose is suffering just a wee bit from the, change in all this crap going on up here in New England. Can't hate it. Gotta love it. So, Nodder, it's been a little bit of a tough one. Last week was a little bit of a tough one. Today's episode is Who's Hot, Who's Not. And Nodder, you've been the hot guy on the plate so far this season. You are posting an overall record of 16-8-1, followed by Brian, who has a 14-11 record, and I am in the wee basement, way down at the bottom. 5 games over 500. I'm actually the opposite of you, Nodder, so maybe I've been going against you. I haven't really on purpose, but today is a new day. And what are we going to do? We're going to hopefully get some winners. Last week we had the Survivor pick. Mr. Nodder came through. He picked Seattle. Brian and I both took L's. We're out. We're done. Rams, see you later. Goodbye. All right, Nodder, let's go over some of the numbers today. We have Houston at Carolina, 45%, like Carolina at home, getting 3.5. We have the Rams at Dallas. 57% are taking Dallas -7. Minnesota is at Green Bay. 57% love Green Bay at home +1. We have the Saints at the Colts. 57% of Gamblers Anonymous Nation +2 are riding with the Colts. My Pats are at Miami, only 40%, like the Fins at home -8. New York Jets at the New York Football Giants, a home game, away game. I don't know what this is, but the Giants are getting 3 points. 52% are liking that. Jacksonville at Pittsburgh, 46% are taking the Steelers +2. Atlanta at Tennessee, 52% say we're going with the home team, the Titans, +2.5. Fly Eagle Fly is at Washington. 46% are in favor of the home team, getting 7. Cleveland at Seattle, 65% like the 12th man, -3.5. Baltimore at Arizona, 31% are going with the home team, +10. The Chiefs are at Mile High, 33% like the home team, getting 7 points. Bungles at the Niners, maybe a little Super Bowl rematch from way back in the 90s, early 90s, late 80s. I don't know. Somebody tell me. 29% like the Niners, -5 at home. Interesting there. We got the Bears and the Chargers, 61% like the Chargers at home, -8.5. And Monday Night Football, the Las Vegas Raiders are at the Detroit Lions. 93% of the nation, Gamblers Anonymous, like the Lions -8 at home. So, with that being said, oh no, this is not good. I'm Ray! Charger, quick! So, this is how this goes.
Kids took the Charger. Took the Charger. That's not good.
Honestly, it's kind of funny. It's kind of a funny story. I have it plugged in, but I have a new block for it. I have a new block for the Charger.
So is your laptop going to die? Is that what's
going to
happen?
This show is going to be done in about 5 seconds. Hold on. Oh, yeah.
Stand by, everybody, while we let Ray charge.
This is not a technical difficulty. This is
what happens. You know what I mean?
Simple plug and play Sunday morning.
If you don't have kids, you don't usually have to worry about this kind of stuff.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Who's not? I can tell you one thing. The stream is live, and we're going to keep it moving, folks. Oh, boy. Hey, drop a comment. Tell me who you like today. I would love to know. I'm sure Nodder would love to know as well. No comments on the board yet, but it is early 10 a.m. So let's say, what do we got here?
What are we doing? First? Let's
just jump right into this. Let's jump into the Survivor this morning, Nodder.
Okay.
Let's jump right in. Hey, you're the only guy that's got a shot right now. Like I said earlier, Brian and I both took the Rams. We're out. Who do you like this week, buddy?
Well, listen. First off, I'm surprised that I'm the only one left here in the Survivor pool, but I'm going with the rest of the world, and I'm going with the Lions Monday Night Football. I think this last game against Baltimore was a fluke. I think Baltimore just came out absolutely destroying everything in their path. They played a great game, but I think, listen, the Lions are a great team. They played well offensively, defensively. They're starting to find themselves. I'm a big Jared Goff guy this year. He is a backup on both of my fantasy teams behind Joe Burrow. And I absolutely love the Lions against the Raiders on Monday for the survivor pick. Book it. Do whatever you got to do, folks. Pick the Lions. If you're in a survivor pool, take them. There's no question that they're going to be the Raiders Monday night.
Hey,
Yep.
why are we taking the Lions this week? Well, so far this year, we have used the Baltimore Ravens, Dallas Cowboys, Chiefs, Niners, Dolphins, Bills, and Seahawks in that order. That's week 1 through 7. Now we're following week 8 with the Detroit Lions. Nader, I love the pick.
Mhm.
If I had to pick, that's where I was going to go. Last week I did. I tried to play the game, and I'm like, man, you know what? Everybody's going against – I mean, everybody's taking the Seahawks. Theory,
Yeah.
you know what? If the Seahawks lose, I'm in great shape. I
Mm.
thought the Rams could handle the Steelers. However, I thought wrong. Winner for Nader.
You're doing a lot of experimenting this year, though, which I respect, because you're trying to get a feel for what the percentages and the numbers are. You're kind of going against the grain a little bit, which I also like, which is very normal for you. You kind of go off the beaten path every once in a while. So I respect the effort.
Little bit of a loose cannon over here, Nader. Little bit.
He's a wild card, folks.
Wild card. Hey, wild card, wild child, whatever you got to do, make it happen.
Name it.
Oh boy. So lock of the week this week, Nader. I'll start this one off, and I mentioned it. Only 29% of the Gamblers Anonymous Nation are going with the San Francisco 49ers. Niners at home. Purdy's playing, I do believe. I meant to check that before I jumped on. But I did see a report that he was going to play today, right?
I saw that too, but I thought I read this morning he was still questionable, but then I read something a little while ago saying he was playing. So that's a huge difference maker if Purdy's playing. So
yeah, and Cincinnati, man, that offensive line, San Francisco's defense is pretty tight. I mean, if I got to pick a lock, that's where I'm going. I'm taking the Niners -5 at home against the Bungles. Who you like?
I like the Ravens. Like the Ravens for the lock. Listen, they're -9.5. Yeah, I think they smoke the Cardinals today. That's also one of my picks for my 5-alarm fire, which I'm gonna get into a little bit more detail on, so I don't want to repeat myself. But yeah, I like Baltimore for the lock against the Arizona Cardinals.
Now, B-Mac is hosting. He's got some family in town from California. He was going to send the picks. However, he's probably too busy making one of his famous dishes from
he's cooking.
Anything But a Salad. If you do not know, now you know. Go check it out.
Brought to you
by Anything But a Salad. By the way, if you have not followed us on Facebook, Instagram, please make sure YouTube, go over, hit the like, hit the subscribe, drop a comment. Give us a 5-star rating if you think it's deserved. With that being said, we will jump into the 5-alarm fire this week. Nader, what do you like?
All right, folks. 5-alarm fire. I actually did something different today. I already put my 5-alarm fire in FanDuel, and I actually bet on it this week. I usually don't, but I wanted to try something different. So for my first one, I'm going Jacksonville versus the Steelers. I like Jacksonville here. I like the over 41.5. I think you got two pretty good offenses. I still don't think Pittsburgh's a great team, but they've been playing pretty well. The Steelers do have some injuries at cornerback, and those players have also missed practice as well. I know they got quite a few guys that are questionable today on the defensive side of things. Jags are coming off a rest week, and they're 2-0 on the road, and they've won their last 4. So the Steelers have also given up at least 15 points per game this season, except for one game. They've been giving up some good points. So I like the over here at Jacksonville, over 41.5. So that's my first one in the 5-alarm. My second one, Texans versus Panthers. I'm going with Texans -3.5. The Texans and CJ Stroud has been throwing for a lot of yards this year. He's averaging like 278 yards per game. So they're going to throw the ball. The Texans are actually looking pretty good. I think CJ Stroud is the guy over there. I think he's got a really good future with that team. They're getting better every week, and the Texans are 4-2 against the spread. Meanwhile, for those who haven't been following football this year, the Panthers are 0-5-1 against the spread. They haven't won a game this year. So I think it's safe to say that the Texans are going to take this game, go with -3.5. Number 3, This is tough, folks, and I do it to myself every week just because I'm a fan. Everybody knows I'm a Giants fan, die hard. But I'm also a realist, and I understand what's going on over there with the New York Giants. I'm going with the Jets money line. I think this game could legitimately be a point or two victory for the Jets. I think they could beat the Giants by 1 or 2. Dude, the Giants, I'll bring it up real quick. They have a lot of injuries and questionable players right now. Adoree Jackson, neck, questionable. Daniel Jones is out. Evan Neal is questionable with an ankle injury. Schmitz is also questionable with a shoulder. Kayvon Thibodeau, that's a huge deal if he doesn't play today. He's got a knee injury right now, so they're not really sure if he's going to play. Andrew Thomas is doubtful once again. And our real only offensive weapon this year, Darren Waller, with a hamstring injury, is questionable as well. I think there's way too many injuries and way too many question marks on the Giants side of things right now. I think Tyrod Taylor's been pretty good holding up and carrying the weight for that team. But I do think that the Jets defense is just too good. And they're going to beat the Giants today. They're going to beat the Giants. But go with the money line because I think it's going to be a really, really close game. Number 4, Eagles, Commanders. I'm going with Eagles -7. And there's really one reason for that, and his name is A.J. Brown. The dude is absolutely on fire. He's, I think, 125 yards receiving over the past 5 games. So I would definitely go Eagles here. They are playing very well. They had a great week last week, and the Commanders are coming off a tough loss against the Giants. So they're probably a little down in the dumps, and now they got to go right into an Eagles team that's been playing pretty well. And my number 5, my last pick, Ravens, Cardinals. I am big on the Ravens today. Ravens -9.5. That's what I'm going with. Ravens have covered the spread in the last 5 wins that they've had, and 3 out of the 5 wins they've won by double digits. So they're putting a lot of points on the board. Cardinals have only scored 25 points in the last 10 quarters of football that they've played. They are abysmal. So I think it's safe to say that the Ravens are going to beat the Arizona Cardinals today, and I'm going to take that -9.5. So that's my 5 alarm fire. Best of luck. I hope you all. I hope I just want to have a good week. Last week was not good for me. So
last week was a little. It was rough for me. I've actually had several rough weeks.
That schedule last week, Ray, was. I didn't feel comfortable picking any of those games, to be honest with you. It was very bizarre.
It was a brutal week. I've had brutal weeks. So obviously, nothing for Brian today. Hopefully, he gets us his picks in before the games kick off at 1:00. If he does, when he does, we will share them with you so we can still account for our accountability here. How are we doing? So, with that being said, you almost made me switch a couple picks. Not or one pick, I did switch. My 5 alarm, starting off with the 49ers -5 at home. Like I said, 29% are on the Niners, so I'm going to ride with those people. I was thinking the New York Football Giants getting 3 at home today. However, you read off a lot of names. The one name that I didn't mind hearing was Daniel Jones. I think the Giants are a better team with Tyrod Taylor, and that was my reason. If Jones was playing today, I was riding the Jets all day. You named a ton of injuries for the New York Football Giants, so I'm taking the Jets, and I say they're gonna beat them good. I'll take -3. I'm not afraid to lay that. Kansas City is going to Mile High, and I have a hard time picking the Chiefs today because I feel like everybody's on the Chiefs. 67% are on the Chiefs. So I should take Denver, but I'm not going to. I'm still going to take the Chiefs, -7. I think the Broncos are a disaster. They're a mess. They're probably one of the worst teams in football, right next to the Carolina Panthers. Next, I have Jacksonville. Jacksonville -3 or -2. I'm sorry. Jacksonville -2 at Pitt. That Pittsburgh secondary gives up a lot of receiving yards. So I think Trevor Lawrence might have a day as long as they can control P.J. Watt. I like Jacksonville. And I don't know if this is more of a angry pick on my part because the Rams knocked me out of the Survivor last week. But the Rams are at Dallas. Dallas is a 7-point favorite. And I'm taking the Cowboys along with 50% of the nation that like Dallas at -7. So Niners, Jets, Chiefs, Jags, and Cowboys. That's where I'm going. That's what I'm looking like. Last week I was 2-3. The week before I'm not going to mention. Well, we can mention some of our prop bets today. I'll rip mine off first. Mine's pretty quick. I actually put two of them together. If you play them as one, then you have a bigger one, obviously. The first one, it's just plus 216. I like Philadelphia. I moved that line down from 7 to 2.5. I bumped up the OU to 50, and I'm taking the under. And Hurts anytime touchdown score. That 3-leg parlay is plus 2.5, plus 216. I'll move over to the Texans game. I like C.J. Stroud to go over 1.5 passing touchdowns, and take Dell, who hasn't been doing too much the last few weeks. Coming off a concussion. I like him to go over 46.5 yards receiving. That 2-leg is plus 242. If you put all of them together and make a 5-leg parlay, you're looking at plus 980. Plus 980 if you play all 5. That's what I'm going to do. Another donation, maybe not. Or what do you like?
All right, I went. I last week I did an anytime. Actually, my prop bet last week was awful, if I remember correctly. I don't even think I hit one of them, so I changed it up a little bit. I'm a big anytime touchdown scorer guy, but this time I changed it up. So, first one, I think you're crazy if you don't take A.J. Brown over 90.5 receiving yards. He's been at, like I said, he's averaged over 125 yards receiving per game for the last 5 games. So I'm going with that one. Next one, I'm going Travis Etienne, anytime touchdown scorer. That's minus 115. I am also going C.J. Stroud over 239.5 passing yards. He's been averaging 278 per game on the season. I went over to the Miami Dolphins, and I threw in Jalen Waddle over 60.5 receiving yards. Last 2 games, I think he had like 78 one game and then 64 the game after that. So I like Jalen Waddle today. And then for my last one, I'm going Lamar Jackson over 232.5 passing yards. So when you add all that up for a little 5-legger, you're looking at your odds are plus 2,383, 2,383. If you throw $20 on that, you're going to walk away with $500. So that's my prop bet. I like it. I'm feeling good about that one today. That's like my good one.
You know what, Donner? I feel good about every prop bet that I make.
We all do, right?
I feel good about every damn pick.
When you hit the deposit button on the bottom, you're like, oh, it's perfect. I'm good. This is my day today. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know.
I said that in college football yesterday.
I didn't do any college football. I've been sucking with college football this year.
I went all dogs yesterday. The only dog I hit was NC State. I think they got like 9.5 at home. I think they might have won outright. And then I'm like, I'll go BYU plus 21. I'll go actually I had Kansas too. Plus, what was Kansas? I think Kansas was plus like maybe 7.5, 4.5. They ended up beating Oklahoma outright anyway. But I had actually one parlay yesterday that went 0 for 5.
Yeah.
0 for 5 on all 5.
I hit on a 5-legger, or might have been a 6-legger for the first game of the World Series. I hit that one, which was really good. Yep. Sweating though, because it was in extra innings. And then I did one last night. Not good at all.
Oh, mine was great last night, Notter.
Did you win?
Oh, hell no. I wasn't even close. No, I didn't win. I think I had I had Ketel Marte, like 2 RBIs, Adolis Garcia, 5 RBIs, 2 home runs or something like that.
Oh, wow. You went into it, huh?
Oh, yeah. And I had, I think it was like plus 75,000 to win like a 5-leg parlay.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Sometimes you got to throw those crazy ones in.
Sometimes you just say, hey, here you go, DraftKings. Here you go, FanDuel.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't taken enough from me. Here's some more.
I'm in the positives this year, though, so that's a good thing.
I'm actually in the positives as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to tell you right now, it's gotten wild and it's gotten crazy, and it's definitely gotten lower.
Yeah. So, this year for football, it's like, I feel like one week is great and the next week's usually the complete opposite. However, we've been pretty good, I think, so far. We've got a pretty decent percentage. We need to have a really good weekend though here because we got to get our numbers, our win columns back up. So.
Well, I feel like you and Brian were carrying me along the way. I've definitely been I've been dead weight. I'm dead weight. You guys have been dragging around. I feel like Bernie.
I
But,
like it.
but
I like
anyway, yeah. He's 2-8 for me or 2-8 for me the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I really killed your guys. You guys are absolutely destroying it.
Yeah,
You guys are crushing it. You're
Yeah,
8
I'm
games
doing
over. You're 16-8. That's
Yeah.
good, Otter.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think.
68.
Listen. I could run them. I could run it, man. Let's just listen. We just got to have a good weekend this weekend. If I know we got some more people in the room now than we had before, so if you guys are just tuning in, make sure you go back and watch our picks because I think we're gonna have a great.
We're gonna kill it.
We're gonna have a great weekend this weekend, folks.
Yeah,
Who's
looking
in,
forward.
who's in the room? Leave your comments. Who do you guys like? Anybody like anyone? Anything we miss?
Like, what's your guys' lock of the week right now?
Yeah.
No, Nodder likes the Ravens -9.5. I like the Niners -5. What do you guys like? Type it in there. Let us
Do it
know.
up. Do it up.
I like to see. I know before we had a couple people drop a couple comments, they weren't right. That's okay. Like I said, I'm not a professional.
No.
I am a guard. I'm a guard.
That's it.
Is that what they call us when they get mad at us?
Yeah, something like that.
Guard. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. 8 more to go, baby. 8 more
That's
to go.
That's it.
Well, hey, Nodder, I guess I'm going to see you in a little bit. We'll go fill out our football pools. I hope you guys have the best of luck today.
Go win
That's
some money,
football.
folks. Go win some money. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's only money.
You know what? And if you lose it, you can make it again. However, do not lose your house, your home, your wife, your children.
Don't go chasing those losses, folks.
Don't
go
chase
chase-
your losses. And if you're looking for that 1-800 number, you're probably not going to find it here.
What can I do for you, Rod? You just tell me what can I do for you. Here it is. Just want to make sure you win.
Show me the money.
Show you the money. Show you the money. Show me the money. Show me the money.